Yeah, Lime. I like the color. Color coordination always
aesthetic.
Yes. For me. Aesthetic.
It's Booger Donkey Kong though.
Don't say that. It's Mossy Kong, or Lime.
Oh gosh, North Donkey Kong.
So how do you feel about this stage pick?
I think it's one that Roy does generally like. The platform, he's able to do a lot of sharking with his up air, and he can also just cross up with his nair whenever he gets Lime on the platform. So it makes him in a very safe situation there.
I like the side of snap.
Looked like Lime wanted to go for another back air there, but was not able to get back in time. And these bread and butter combos coming out from BolognaGod into the down air.
Got a little bit too predictable, and BolognaGod was waiting.
Aerial spinning Kong is not the best recovery move, especially in this game. I know there was a joke Twitter account about how horrible it was and asking Nintendo to buff it, so it's
that's almost enough, just off that the cargo forward throw.
Yeah, the Magnet Hands look like they are coming in handy a lot for BolognaGod on Roy. But Roy's recovery also is a little bit stronger than than his Echo Fighter Chroms.
All right, so Lime is doing a pretty good job. I think the spike was unfortunate, but his game plan's not too bad. BolognaGod's definitely at a percent where he could die, but the forward smash. Trying to say otherwise.
Great coverage from BolognaGod, just waiting for him to recover and land. Almost got him with an aerial, but was able to follow up just because Roy is so quickly.
Nice drop of the ledge. Up there, not quite going to take it.
And BolognaGod is playing fairly safe right now. Hasn't been coming in too much, so Lime has had to get damage off of grabs and random hits here or there. Hasn't been able to really string together any combos, but that forward air is finally going to steal the stock.
Yeah, I think what's really happening is that he's knocking him off stage, but he's not quite covering the recovery back to ledge.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see him kind of exploit Roy's recovery a little bit more. Like, it is scary when it snaps because of the intangibility. Well, sorry, invincibility. But you don't have to completely respect it the entire time.
Yeah, exactly. You have to be able to throw out some other options and show them that you are covering those options in order to bait them into doing other stuff that you can actually punish with more pressure.
That's enough. And I've seen that move doesn't always consistently link, but on a big body like DK, it's probably a little bit easier.
Yes, and it's got a lot of killing power in this game as well, so good on BolognaGod to steal out that stock. And just what we're seeing here, all these up airs coming through, it's a great way for BolognaGod to put on pressure. Crossing up Lime a good bit.
Yeah, Lime just kind of trying to get something going. BolognaGod is slowing it down, but these bears are really racking up the damage. There we go, unsafe nair.
And he gets the footstool though, and that is going to do it. Mashes out quick enough in order to jump off of DK's head.
Was it intentional? We'll probably never know, but it did get the job done.
Exactly.
So good play to BolognaGod there.
I mean, you got to do what you can to recover, and if that recovery involves bouncing on someone else's head, you can say it's intentional.
Yeah. So would the if he didn't go for the cargo forward throw, what other options does DK have? I know. A lot of DKs do like to try and stage spike. They'll throw you against the stage and sort of a check to see if you tech or not, because the timing on the tech is not that bad. But if players are not used to it, then they'll often miss the tech, and that's just a death if you don't tech throw against the wall. Yeah. But it's a mix-up, right?
Yeah. And
you could tech it, but if you're not ready, like, that's a stock.
Exactly.
And we got the Yoshi Story theme going on Yoshi's Story. I do really love this stage.
I do as well. I'm not sure how I like it as a pick for Lime. Roy being a sortie, the platforms do give him a lot of coverage and do give him a few more outs to escape DK's pressure as well.
I believe the big difference between Yoshi's Story and Battlefield is that not all the sword characters can hit through the platforms.
Right. So
like without jumping.
Bologna will have to jump if he does want to get some of these hits in while covering the platforms, but Roy's jumps do come out very quickly, so it's not that big of a deal. The one big thing that Lime will get here is making BolognaGod's recovery much more linear. He won't be able to gain much off of the float forward. He won't be able to mix it up by sneaking under the stage because the walls just run completely up.
Oh, and the berry?
To do it.
And he gets the clap, and that's it. Takes the first stock.
You gotta watch out for those raw berries in neutral off of a read. They can be very deadly. And you gotta be careful because it can break shield as well. If there's just a little bit of shield pressure on, it will snap the shield in half. So
I like that dash back with the dash attack. But BolognaGod taking the stock with that conversion. Excellent play.
Jab into back air also seems to work on Roy. Good to know. And it's something that is
BolognaGod is slightly down. And Lime seems to be starting to get the rhythm for blocking these and parrying them. We'll see if he continue it throughout the set.
Great use of aerial spinning Kong there to get through BolognaGod's wall of blades that he's been putting out with those aerials.
I thought that was grounded spinning Kong. And man, that jab, that back air. Goes for the spike. Unfortunately, gets the sour spot. Lime will survive. But this is not where you want to be. You want to get back to the ground.
Yeah, he's got to get down. Great use of up tilt there to cover BolognaGod's landing. And now he's back in neutral. Gets that great retreat. Has been seeing BolognaGod throw out so many approaching aerials, sort of trying to, and even trying to cross him up, that just backing up and throwing out a forward smash covered BolognaGod's option there.
Yeah. So what's the ledge pressure? Nice trump attempt. Doesn't really lose much from it. Oh, it tries to drift through with the fair, but they're just dunking on each other.
I would have loved to see BolognaGod throw out Roy up B there. I feel like that could have caught him afterwards.
So I realized with a character like DK, it's probably a lot easier to hit the hilt hitboxes of Roy. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because it looked like that Nair was a hilt one, that's why he died.
Yeah, exactly. He's a lot bigger, and I don't know if there's any preference for that, but because Roy's hilt hitbox are closer to his body, those look like they might be able to connect first.
Oh, okay. Wait, you went for the mix-up that time.
Yeah, he didn't need a tech, though, but it was
a little knockback, actually.
Yeah, wait. I was interested in that, too. It didn't seem like it put that much pressure.
Oh, is that it? The forward smash! Excellent use of the side B there.
Doing a great job of just covering BolognaGod as he's running along there, trying not to throw out too many committal options, and if he's not committing to anything, he's just going to throw out that side B and plant you into the ground before he claps you together.
Yeah, and I think that was a great stage choice. It kind of gave him a little bit more room to breathe vertically.
Yeah, I can see
Whereas
that.
Smashville, I feel, forces a very horizontal game.
Yeah,
in
you're
addition
right.
to the early blast zone, like the shorter blast zones on both sides.
Being able to have that third triplat, the triplat on the top, sort of lets him sit around a little bit more since Roy does not. I mean, Roy can put a little bit of pressure on that platform, but he has to commit a lot of jumps to it.
Yeah. And whereas BolognaGod whereas the Lime can cover it with up tilt, really, he can just throw it out. It's hard.
Yeah.
Harder to punish him. Sorry.
We're going to be going Pounded City now, seeing how these platforms favor and how the Final Destination transformation favors each player as well.
The panic air dodge, but is not punished.
The one thing I'd like to see more players do in general in Smash Ultimate is just doing neutral air dodges. It's still a good way to dodge. They're still pretty solid at dodging aerial pressure, and they put you in less landing lag than directional air dodges.
I suspect there are a lot of attempts to do a neutral air dodge, but people accidentally get a directional one instead.
Oh, great jab conversion there.
Well, BolognaGod has been practicing those in the 99-cent aisle because he's gotten those every time. What happened?
He just drifted down. Unfortunate. I think he drifted off the platform and then he couldn't figure out what to do from there. Yeah. He didn't up B. Maybe he missed it. He probably forgot that he didn't have his jump and ended up just sliding off. And S does give Lime some momentum back. BolognaGod is going to have to fight his way into this dominant position again. Dancing Blade doing a good job of getting him off stage. Great use of the aerial spinning Kong to retreat to the platform, though. One option that BolognaGod wasn't considering covering. We'll see how he covers it in the future.
And BolognaGod kind of trapping Lime at the platform. He finally breaks free.
BolognaGod getting that up air follow-up, waiting for that air dodge, but misses it.
We're trying to land with the slaps. I believe it does confirm into things in this game. Ooh, the armor.
Slide through for him there on that landing. Goes for that banana slammer, but did not have the super armor on it, so it didn't allow him to punch BolognaGod.
A sour hit of the back air. It's not going to be able to take it, but the spinning Kong on stage, getting some stage position. Up tilt, not enough on Town.
Just a little bit more. Goes for that up smash, and ends up putting him in a situation that BolognaGod is able to capitalize with that Dancing Blade. Puts him in a little too much lag. That's how I feel about throwing out smash attacks as DK here, just because you do have that ability to just kill with those up tilts and other moves, so it's not as necessary.
So BolognaGod slowed it down right there. Kind of waited to see what Lime was going to do. Didn't want to commit too hard. Like the game is very close, and he did throw away that stock earlier. He wants to hold on to this one.
And Lime is doing a little bit more dash dancing now, trying to get his mix-ups a little bit more, which I'm very happy to see. Hopefully it's not too late. He did something he did a lot more in game 2, and he dropped shield, and that is going to kill him, unfortunate.
That was a good way to condition shield with the falling up air, and